Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. So today we're going to talk about something that is really starting to annoy the bleep out of me. So a lot of you guys have been with the channel for a long time, and you guys know that last year, this time of year, we were doing a huge cleanup down by Whitewater, Kansas. The place was absolutely was just covered in farm machinery and combines and tractors and just was full of stuff. And I had the bright, intelligent idea that I wanted to save as many of these tractors as possible. And we did a whole series of videos begging you guys to try to save as many of these tractors as we could, and to come through and to come out and buy them. I had to get more than scrap price out of them because that was the agreement that I had with the people who were buying whose property it was and stuff. So a lot of you guys were like, yeah, I would love to, but we're too far away, etc., blah 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 blah. Well, some of you guys came through and saved some of those tractors, and I thank you, and I thank every one of you that did save some of those tractors. And I saved a few of those tractors myself, and Doc saved one himself, and blah 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 blah. Now, I said when we did that I needed these tractors picked up in a very timely fashion. That I couldn't have them sitting there waiting, that we had to be out of there by the 1st of March, which we were. All those tractors were out of there by the 1st of March. That if I had to, I might store them till spring last year at the farm for you, but I needed you guys to come and get them. Now, most of you guys come and got your tractors right away, or you contacted me and made some arrangement and we worked something out, and 99% of all the tractors have been picked up and they're home, and the D19 that was saved has already been restored. The 2090 case, no, well, I think it was the 2090 case is back in the field working again. The LA ended up being a swap. I ended up swapping for it. It sold to a guy, and then he swapped it for some other tractors of mine. So it ended up being mine, and it's actually got sold on Purple Wave, and it's up and running and in good hands where it's at. Now, I had a gentleman from the East Coast and a gentleman from a state not too far away buy some tractors. I had a gentleman not too far away buy this case. It is the Senator Exhaust SC. And then I had a guy from the East Coast buy this international, and another international over at the farm, or over at the lot. Now, I had talked to both of those guys. They didn't pay that much for these tractors for what they bought. I mean, salvage-wise, they could make money on them. Now, they had talked to them on the phone. I have told them on the phone that that was fine if they were going to be a little bit longer than spring, but I didn't really want to sit too long on them, and that I needed them picked up by, come summer, etc., but long as they stayed in contact with me. You guys did not stay in contact with me. Here we are a year later, and I haven't talked to either one of you gentlemen since shortly after the cleanup. I had higher hair. So this is what I'm at. So these tractors, I put a pole so this is where I'm at, guys. So I put a poll up on the community page on the page. And I put on there, I told a little bit of the story, and I put up there, guys, what we needed, so what was going on. And either I do with what I want with these tractors, or should I continue storing tractors? 95% of you said do with what I want. A few of you said not, continue storing tractors. Now, I'll admit that I maybe not be the best person in the world when it comes to picking stuff up. I may drag my feet a little bit and stuff, but I always try to stay in contact. And if I get to be 6 months out from getting something picked up, I will usually abandon it and say, I blew it. I fucking blew it. There's no reason to bother anymore. Just let the person have it back. Screw it. I've blown it. Unless the person has stayed in constant contact with me. Oh, don't worry about it, Dave. It's no big deal. Come get it when you get it. Yeah, it's no big deal. But this is a little, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm angry or annoyed and angry or what on these. But anyway, so a lot of you guys on that down in the comments of that put that you should contact a lawyer. So I called a lawyer. I called the best lawyer in this part of Kansas. And I talked with him, and I told him the story, and I told him what. So in the state of Kansas, the law is if something has been bought at auction, you have 6 months to pick it up, and it automatically rolls back to the previous owner. That's what I'm trying to think of. Sorry, guys. My brain's a little working faster than my mouth is right now. So on private property, there really isn't anything on the books stating anything. It isn't stating as an exact timeline. And especially becomes a huge gray area that there isn't any written contract or any written bill of sale or any proof of purchase on either side. I think they do, if they still have, I think they both sent me checks, so they have that proof of purchase, but, and stuff. So I don't know. So that didn't do me any good. That didn't answer any questions. That didn't get me anywhere on finding what legally I could do. I talked over with my partner Joe, and Joe said, let's give them a time frame to come get these tractors, put out a video. If they don't come get these tractors in that time frame, then let's get them out of here. Let's get them gone, and and if they come back and they're upset, we'll just give them back their money. I mean, because we're talking like $1,600 and $500, pocket change, really. I mean, not that much money, for what they are. So, I think that's what I'm at my point. I think that's what I'm going to do. What I want to know is in the comments. It's really important to me. I want to know what you guys would do, where you guys would be at this, and have you ever run into this before yourself? Because these aren't the only guys I'm dealing with right now, because I got a gentleman who purchased 2 John Deeres from me, who paid for 1 John Deere, paid half of another John Deere, spoke for 2 tractors, paid for this Fortson over here, and then just keeps putting off coming and getting them. And I've been really nice to him, and he's a nice fellow, and he's a really nice guy. And he's had some bad run of luck here recently, but I can't wait anymore. Those tractors got to go, or else I cannot be a storage facility. I am an operating business, and me and Doc have been talking here very recently about making some very big changes to Crazy D's equipment. my life is changing. I'm getting married here soon, and I'm not going to be able to pour the time and effort and stuff into a lot of this stuff that me and Doc do together. And I'm going to have a family. I'm going to have an instant family. My boys are grown up and they're out of the house and stuff, but all of a sudden I'm going to have children that are in the house again, and I'm going to have that kind of stuff again. And so I'm not going to be able to just go and do the things that me and Doc do for the lot. We're going to have to schedule stuff and do things a little bit different. So things are definitely changing, and that means me and Doc need to get this stuff cleaned up. We need to get this done. I had to scold a guy the other day who bought a cultivator from me. It's been over a year. I've given him to the end of this month to pick it up, or it's going back on the lot for sale. No more of this. From now on, when you buy something from Crazy D's Equipment, it's going to be stated, you got 30 days to get it, or it's going to be sold again. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I don't have storage facilities. I don't have the space for this. Doc doesn't have time to deal with this, because what happens is these guys show up during the week when I'm busy with the lot, and then Doc's got to drop whatever he's doing and run over here and try to help load these guys up, and it's just a friggity mess. So, but anyways, guys, so on these tractors, I think if you're watching this video and you're one of the guys that bought these tractors, you got until you got to April 2nd to come get them, or something's going to happen to these tractors. So come get these tractors by April 2nd. That should give you enough time if you're up north to chip yourself out, and or I'm going to go ahead and remove these off the property. And if you come back and you're like, hey, where's my tractor? I'm gonna be like, here's your $1,600 or $500 or $200 or whatever the hell it was, and be done with it. The rest of you, if you've been in this situation before, or you have an opinion on this situation, that's what the comment section's for. I want to hear it. I want to read it. I want to know it. So thank you for coming in to Crazy D Rants and Raves for I don't know how long now. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you related to me, or related with this with me. And otherwise, guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you guys later on.